space genetic data type 1. All A templates function must have at least one generic data type. Which of the following is the declaration of overloaded pre-increment operator implemented as member function? Class name operator plus plus. Class is a user defined data type. Class is a user defined data type. User defined data type. How many bytes will the pointer of type int move in the following statement? Int pointer plus equal to 3 12 byte. A pointer is a special variable that contains memory address. A pointer is a special variable that contains memory address. Which of the following is the correct C++ syntax to allocate space dynamically for an array of 10 int? New int large bracket में 10. Which of the following is the correct C++ syntax to allocate space dynamically for an array of 10 int? New 10 new int 10 int large bracket. Reference value type data. The code is written to dash the program. Implement. Reference value type data. The code is written to dash the program. Implement. Operator overloading can be performed through function. Operator overloading can be performed through function. When a value is referred by a normal variable, then it is known as direct reference. When a value is referred by a normal variable, then it is known as direct reference. Which of the following function is used to increase the size of already allocated memory chunk? Realloc. Which of the following function is used to increase the size of already allocated memory chunk? Realloc. Which of the following is not a preprocessor directive? Hashtag and define. Which of the following is not a preprocessor directive and define? The stream objects cin and cout are included in which header file? iostream.h. The stream object cin and cout are included in which header file? iostream.h. Overloaded delete operator function takes the same parameter as an argument returned by new operator function. True. Overloaded or delete operator function takes the same parameter as an argument returned by new operator function. True. Static variable which is defined in a function is initialized only once during its lifetime. Static variable which is defined in a function is initialized only once during its lifetime. When memory for a program is allocated at runtime, then it is called dynamic memory allocation. When an array of objects is created dynamically, then there is no way to provide parameterized constructor for array of object. True. When an array of object is created dynamically, then there is no way to provide parameterized constructor for array of objects. True. Computer can understand only machine language code. True. C is widely known as development language of Dash operating system Unix. We cannot define a function as a friend of a template class. False. We cannot define a function as a friend of a template class. false. What will be the value of a and b after executing the following statement? A is equal to 3, b is equal to a plus plus c, a is equal to 3, b is equal to 3. Consider the following code as a segment. What will be the output of the following code in add value statement? 686 is used to track the logic of the program and correct the logical error. Debugger is used to trace the logic of the program and correct the logical error. New and delete are dash, whereas malloc and free are dash. Operators functions. New and delete are operators, whereas malloc and free are functions. Like member function, dash can also access the private data member of the class. Like member function, friend function can also access the private data member of the class. Which situation will require the use of a non-member overloaded operator? The leftmost operand is an object of a class. Which situation would require the use of a non-member overloaded operator? The leftmost operand is an object of the class. The stream insertion and stream extraction operator are already overloaded for built-in data type. The stream insertion and stream extraction operator are already overloaded for built-in data type. I plus 2 is equal to 2 is required to I is equal to I plus 2. I is equal to I plus 2. If we define an identifier with the statement defined by 3.14, then during the execution the value of pi remain constant. Assignment operator is dash association. Assignment operator is right association. Assignment operator is right associative. Whenever dynamic memory allocation is made in C++, it is freed explicitly. Whenever dynamic memory allocation is made in C++, it is freed explicitly. Inappropriate data type of store the number of rows and column of the matrix is int. The appropriate data type of the data type to store the number of arrow and of rows and column of the matrix is int. Which of the following function do not initialize the chunk of memory to all 0? Malloc function. Which of the following function do not initialize the chunk of memory to all 0? Malloc function. The function free return back the allocated memory got through clock, calloc and malloc to heap. The function free return back the allocated memory got through calloc and malloc to heap. Worth is member function of both in and out object. Worth is member function of both int and cout object. Please choose one template is not type of safe. False. Please choose one template is not type safe. False. A matrix can be composed of int, float or double as their element. Best way is to handle this. Write a separate class to handle each. Use templates. Use string to store all types none of the given option. Use templates. A matrix can composed of int, float or double as their elements. Best way is to handle this. Use templates. It is structure. The block of statement is executed only when the condition is true. In if structure, the block of statement of executed only when the condition is true. Header file f statement fstream.h include the definition of the stream classes. If stream f stream of stream, the access the data memory of structure dash is used. Dot operator, the access the data members of structure. Dot operator is used. E of bad, good, clear, all are manipulated true. Which kind of function can access private member variable of the class? Friend function of the class. Variable of the class, friend function of the class. The return type of operator function must always be void, false. Structure is a special type of function. Return a pointer, no return type. Return null, no return type. Constructor is a special type of function, no return type. Friend function is the class is non-member function. Function implementation of friend function must be defined outside the class. False. Function implementation of friend function must be defined outside the class. False. The normal source of C in object is keyboard. The normal source of C in object is keyboard. Which of the following is correct way to initialize a variable x of int type of variable 10? Int x is equal to 10. Consider the following code segment that will be the output of the following program. Int function int 10, int main int number f5 cout 5 or 10, 5 or 10. Friend function of the class can have access private data member. Friend function of a class can have access private data function. The template function, the compiler automatically detect the past data and generate a new copy function of function using past data. True. The template function, the compiler automatically detect the past data and generate a new copy of function used past data. True. Internally operator is shown. Ternally operator is shown question mark. Which of what will be the correct syntax to declare two-dimension array of float data type? Float array or this or this. The first parameter of operator function for operator must be passed by reference. The first parameter of operator function for operator must be passed by reference. Heap is constantly changing in size. True. While calling function, the arguments are assigned to the parameter from left to right. The calling function, the arguments are assigned to the parameter for left to right. Classes defined inside other classes are called dash classes. Nested classes defined inside other classes are called nested classes. which value is returned by the destructor of a class. Destructors do not return a value. Which value is returned by the destructor of the class. Destructor do not return a value. The template function must have one or more than one argument. A template function must have one or more than one arguments. Delete the allocated memory space free. Delete the allocated memory space free. A structured query language is used for database management. A structured query language is used for database management, which when a call to a user defined function finished, the variable defined inside the function is still in existence. False. When a call to a user defined function finishes, the variable defined inside the function is still in existence. False. The precedence of an operator can be changed through operator overloading. False. Delete operator is used to return memory to free store, which is allocated by the new operator. True. Delete operator is used to return memory to free store, which is allocated by the new operator. True. Pointer is a variable which store memory address. Pointer is a variable which store memory address. All preprocessor directives are started with the symbol. All preprocessor directives are started with the symbol hashtag. It is the statement object 1, object 2, object 1 will call the assignment operator function, and object 2 will be passed as an argument to function. True. What is the sequence of events when deleting memory using delete operator? Destructor is called first before deallocating memory. Destructor is called first destructor is called first before deallocating memory. The second parameter of operator function for and are object of the class for which we can overloaded their operator. True. To include code from the library in the program such as iostream and directive would be called up using this command. I include iostream.h. The number 544.5 must be stored in dash data type float data type. A template function can have different type of argument. True. For which value of the integer value will the following code because an infinity loop? Only 0. Template class cannot have static variable. False. Which of the following is used with bit manipulation? Unsigned integer. Which of the following is used with bit manipulation? Unsigned integer. A structure is a collection of dash under a single name only variable. Structure is a collection of under assigned name only variable. An unary operator implemented as member function takes dash argument, whereas non-member function takes argument 0, 1. Unary operator implemented as member function takes 0, 1 argument, whereas non-member function takes argument. The first parameter of overloaded stream insertion operator is dash, where second parameter is output stream object of class. The first parameter of the overloaded stream insertion operator is output stream, where second parameter is object of class. We can also do conditional compilation with preprocessor directive. True. We can also do conditional compilation with preprocessor directive. True. If a symbolic constant has been defined, it will be an error to define it again. True. If a symbolic constant has been defined, it will be an error to define it again. True. If text is a pointer of class string, then what is meant by the following statement? Text is equal new string 5. Creates an array of 5 string object dynamically. Creates an array of 5 string object dynamically. The return type of the operator function for operator is class for which we overload operator. The return type of the operator function for operator is class for which we overload operator. The code is written to dash the program implement. The code is written to implement the program. Memory allocated at runtime is a system resource and it is the responsibility of dash to deallocate the memory. Programmer. Memory allocator at runtime is a system source and it is the responsibility of dash to deallocate the memory resource of programmer to deallocate the memory. Templates are not type safe. False. Docs star docs is dash type random access file. Star doc is random access file. What does star this represent? The current object of the class. What does thousands represent? The current object of the class. The statement C in get is used to read a character from keyword. The statement C in get is used to read a character from keyboard. When we do dynamic memory allocation in the structure of the class, then it is necessary to provide address structure. True. यही है ना ट्रैफिक जा रही है ये देखो ना बंदा घूम रहा होता है मतलब एक जगह पे कैमरा जैसे वीडियो Overloaded new operator function takes parameter of type size t and returns void pointer. Overloaded new operator function takes parameter of type size t and return void operator. The second parameter of operator function for dash for greater than less than are operator of the class for which we are overloaded these operators. True. C++ is case sensitive language. True. A templates function must have only generic data type. False. The template function must have only generic data type false. What will be the correct syntax to assign an array named air of 5 element to a pointer ptr? Star ptr is equal to array. What will be the correct syntax to assign the value of fourth element of an array using pointer ptr? Star pointer plus 3. Both 1 and 3. Both 1 and 3. Both 1 and 3. if if most assign if most significant bit of an assigned number is 1, then it represents a positive number. False. If there is an is a symbol and sign used with the variable name following by data type, then it refers to dash, and if and is being used with variable name, then it refers to dash. Reference variable, address of variable. If there is a symbol and sign used with the variable name following by data type, then it refers to reference variable, and if and is being used with the variable name, then it refers to address of variable. It is possible to define a class within another class. True. It is possible to define a class within another class. True. New operator is used to allocate memory from the free store during runtime. New operator is used to allocate memory from the free store during runtime. Every class contains both a constructor and destructor. Every class contains both a constructor and destructor. What purpose do class serve? What purpose do class serve? Data encapsulation, providing a convenient way of modeling real-world objects, simplifying code reuse. All of the given option. Um, the name of a destructor is the name as that of a class preceded with a dash sign. Constructor is a special function called whenever we instantiate an object of a class. Instantiate an object of a class. The default visibility for the data members of the class is private. The default visibility for the data member of the class is private. Overloaded assignment operator must be member function of class. Overloaded assignment operator must be member function of class. OStream is an operator, standalone operator. OStream is an operator, standalone operator. Variables are defined in the main local. Variables are defined in the main local. OStream class is dash and not under our control. Built-in. OStream class is built-in and not under our control. The void digging reference don't return the reference of a local variable from the function. The reference of a local variable from the function. The void digging reference doesn't return the reference of a global variable. The reference of a local variable from the function. The parameter passed to indicate is digit. The parameter passed to is digit. Function is variable. केड़ा अच्छा variable integer the parameter passed integrate function is variable integer is integer analysis is the dash step is designing a program first analysis is the first step is designing a program analysis the degree a region of memory available for a location at runtime is in C language is called memory whereas in C++ language is called none of above. The region of memory available for location at runtime in C language is called memory whereas in C++ language is called as none of the above. A variable which is defined inside a function is called atomic variable. A variable which is defined inside a function is called automatic variable. A variable which is defined inside a function is called automatic variable. Individual characters in a string stored in an array can be accessed directly using array subscript. Individual character in a string stored in array can be accessed directly using array subscript. For Cn, the source is normally a dash and destination can be dash. A source is normally keyword can variable. Destination can be variable. Dash transfer the executable code from the main memory to hard disk. Loader transfer the executable code from main memory to hard disk. Loader. If we want to use stream insertion and extraction operators with dash, then we have to overload these operators objects of class. If we want to use stream insertion and extraction operator with object of class, then we have to overload these operators. In C, the string constant is enclosed dash corrected or read one in curly braces. In C++, the string constant is enclosed corrected or read one in curly braces. The referencing operator is represented by the reference dash. Differencing operator is represented by star. If overloaded plus operator is implemented as non-member function, then which of the following statement will be true for the statement given below? Objective 2 will be passed as an argument to plus operator, whereas objective 2 will drive the plus operator. Objective 2 will be passed as an argument to plus operator, whereas objective 2 will drive the plus operator. The prototype of friend function must be written dash the class and its definition must be written outside the class. The prototype of friend function must be written inside the class and its definition must be written outside the class. New and delete are dash, whereas malloc and free are operators new new and delete are operators, whereas a malloc and free are functions. For which array the size of the array should be one or one more than the number of elements in an array. Chart. Chart for which array? Chart which for which array the size of the array should be one more than the number of elements in an array. Do not indent the code properly. It is not an error at all. Not an error at all. Do not indent. Do not indent the code properly. It is not an error at all. If class A is a different if class A is a friend of class B and the class B is a friend of a class C, if class A wants class C to be a friend, it has to declare class C as a friend. It has to declare class C as a friend. Where we can include a header file. Where we can include a header file in the project. Where we can include a header. Where we can include a header live in the program. Where we can include a header file in the program anywhere. Where we can include a header file in the program anywhere. What user-defined data type variable object self-assignment can produce a logical error where with user-defined data type variable object self-assignment can produce logical error. Self-assignment produce logical error. What will be the output of the following statement? Set base set base 34. What will be the output of the following statement? Cout set base 16 greater than 15. 34. Dot flags and observer are non-parametric manipulator. The output, the input-output streams Cin and Cout are functions. The member function of a class occupy and region in memory for dash objects of class. The member function of a class occupy common region in memory for all objectives. There is a pointer variable name pointer of type int, then address of which type variable the pointer will store in it. Variable of type int. Variable of type int. The reference data type are used as dash variable without any dash operator.
operator type are used as local variable. Any local operator and in a group of nested loops, which loop is executed the most number of times. The innermost loop, the innermost is. We can delete an array of objects without a specifying breaker if a class is not doing dynamic memory logic allocation internally. We can delete an array of objects without specifying bracket if a class is not doing dynamic memory located initially true. An address is a dash while a pointer is a dash. Variable constant. An address is a variable while a pointer is a constant. Stream is an ordered sequence of bytes. A stream is an ordered sequence of bytes true. Which of the following is a valid class declaration? Class A int x bracket. Okay. If the return type of a function is void, then it means that it will return no data. If the return type of a function is void, then it means that it will return no data. If the return type of a function is void, then it means that it will return no data. If num is an integer variable, then num plus plus means add 1 with number. Add 1 with number. Add 1 with number. Automatic variable are created on stack. Automatic variable are created on stack. We can also define a user defines manipulator true. The static data members of a class are initialized dash at live scope. The static data members of a class are initialized at file scope. The operator function will be implemented as dash if object 1 drives the operator, whereas object 2 is passed assignment to dash operator in the statement given below. To object 1 and member function, non-member function, friend function, non-friend function, member function. For non-member operator function, object on left side of the operator may be all of the given option. For non-member operator function, object on left side of the operator may be object of operator class, object of different class, built in database, all of the given options. Which of the following operation is true about new operator to dynamic allocate memory to an object? The new operator determines the size of an object. The new operator determines the size of an object. Allocates memory to object and return pointer of void type. Which of the void type are of the given option? Which of the following option is true about new operator to dynamically allocate memory to an object. All of the given option. Reusing, reusing the variables in program help to save the memory. True. Suppose a program contains an array declared as int array 100. What will be the size of array 100? If you do not mention any return value type with a function, it will return dash value, int value. If we do not mention any return value type with a function, it will return a int value. The operator function of greater than and less than operator are always the member function of the class. False. Object names array allocated using new operator. Delete array. Delete one object of array. Delete one object of array. What is the function of the following syntax to delete an array of 5? Object name array function use new operator delete. It deletes one object of array. The declarator, the plus member operator function is class name operator plus class name. In function that returns reference use variable global or static. In functions that returns reference use dash variable global or static. When a pointer is incremented, it actually jumps the number of memory address. When a pointer is incremented, it actually jumps the number of memory address according to data type. CKG and write bracket are functionally different. There are mainly dash type of software, two type of software. The functions used for dynamic memory allocation, return point of type void. The function used for dynamic memory allocated return pointer of type void. What should be the return type of structure? Constructor do not return anything. What should be the return type of a constructor? Constructor do not returns anything. A universal constant and have value pi 3. For checking the dash of the function, the compiler needs to know the definition of the function or at least the prototype of the function. For checking the validity of the function, the compiler needs to know the definition of the function or at least the prototype of the function validity. Which of the following function calling mechanism is true for the function prototype giving below? Float function, float end. Call by reference using reference variables. Performs this task while the compiler include the name and argument. Linker performs the task while the compiler include the name and argument. Linker performs this task. The object dash may be used both for file input and file output. Fstream The object fstream may be used both for file input and file output. Which character is inserted at the end of string to indicate the end of string? Null. Our program is combined with the object code of the library function. Object code. Our program is combined with the object code of the library functions. Object code. We can arithmetic with reference like pointer. We can do arithmetic with reference like pointer. False. When we use manipulators in our program, then which header file should be included? When we manipulate in our program, then which header file should be included? iomanip.h. 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 manipulate many iomanip.h. manipulate.h. Disk are disk drives having access time of n millisecond. Disk are disk drives having access time of millisecond. Electromechanical. Disk are disk drive having access time of millisecond. Electromechanical savvy. The concept of friend function negates the concept of dash encapsulation. The concept of friend function negates the concept of encapsulation. Neglects. Which of the following functions are included in type H header file? Obligatory option. Which of the following functions are included in ctype.h header file? All of the above. Function must be declared before its use. Prototype. Function must be declared its prototype before its use. And is dash operator logical. Okay. And is a dash operator logical. New and delete keywords are dash in C++ language. Memory allocation function. Memory allocation function. New and delete function are memory allocation function. Memory allocation function in C++ language. Are memory allocation function in C++. If we write a statement like S2 and S1, dash will be the calling object and dash will be passed to the operator as an argument. 2 seconds. S1. S2 will be the calling object and S1 will be passed the new operator allocates memory from free, store and return a pointer. New operator allocates memory from free, store and return a pointer. In the member initialized list, the members are initialized in the order in which they are defined within class. In the member initialized list, the data members are initialized in the order in which they are defined within class. allows us to separate the interface from the implementation of a class. Encapsulation allows us to separate the interface from the implementation of a class. Encapsulation assignment operator is used to initialize a newly declared object from existing object. True. Assignment operator is used to initialize a newly declared object from existing object. True. A pointer is dash the address of a variable. A pointer is the address of a variable. The programs in which we allocate a static memory run essentially on stack. The programs in which we allocate static memory run essentially on stack. We cannot increment reference. We cannot increment references. For C in the course is normally dash and destination can be keyword variable. Keyword variable. For C in the course the source for C and the source is normally keyword and destination can be variable. भाई ये दोनों दरवाजे बंद तो कर दे यार, मच्छर आ रहे हैं, रात को तेरे को ही काटेंगे. In overloading the assignment operator, which object will call the operator function, right object of the assignment operator. In overloading the assignment is equal to operator, which object will call the operator function, right object of the assignment operator. The prototype of friend function must be written dash the class and its definition must be written outside the class. The prototype of friend function must be written inside this class and its definition must be written outside the class. Which of the following is the correct way to declare a variable x of integer type? Int x. Which of the following is the correct way to declare a variable x of integer type? Int x stands for header file. Friend function are dash of the class. Non-member function. Friend function are non-member function of the class. For which array the size of the array should be 1 more than the number of element is an array char. For which array the size of the array should be 1 more than the number of element is an array char. Character. Skills that are needed by programs are of the given option. Paying attention of detail, think about the reasonability, think about user interface. Skills that are needed by the programmers are of the given option. In functions that return reference are global or static variable. In functions that returns reference use global or static variable. What does STL stand for? Standard Template Library. What does STL stand for? Standard Template Library. Default mechanism of function calling in case of array is dash and in case of variable is call by reference, call by value. Default mechanism of function call in case of array is called by reference, and in case of variable is called by value. All of the preprocessor directives start with the dash sign hashtag. What is the sequence of event when allocating memory using new operator? Memory is allocated first before calling constructor. What is the sequence of events when allocating memory using new operator? Memory is allocated first before calling constructor. When we define an array of objects, then destructor will call for each object of the array. When we define an array of objects, then destructor will call for each object of the array. We can also create an array of user defined data type. True. We can also create an array of user defined data type. True. Array is a data structure which store data type. Array is a data structure which store data type. When an array is passed to a function, then default way of passing that array is by reference. When an array is passed to a function, then default way of passing this array is by reference. Which of the following option will be true if we overload operator? The is equal to operator need to be overload explicitly. Set pressure set precision manipulator will set precision manipulator will set the number of digits after the decimal point.